Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
My favorite part of the cabinet is getting to hear the thoughts of these middle school students and seeing how bright the future of We the People is.
Coming up today on HHS In Depth, Emily Adams gets us caught up on how some Homestead students are helping out themselves and Woodside Middle School students in governmental education course, We the People.
Along with Joel McChesney's story on how one Homestead student is working to become a rock star outside of school, which has already included some pretty big gigs for his band.
Plus, in sports, we'll preview a few games for the postseason. I'll get you caught up later in Down to the Wire.
Those stories coming to you today only on HHS In Depth. From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Bryce Garrett.
And I'm Sophia Virgilio. And Bryce, some students may remember the 5th grade We the People course material. But did you know some current Spartans expanded on it even more in 8th grade at Woodside? HHS In Depth reporter Emily Adams is in now to tell us about how these current Homestead students are giving back to help current Woodside students and themselves at the same time.
Civic virtue, common good, and judicial review. Remember these? These are just some of the terms from Woodside's We the People class. Many students have been and currently are in We the People courses at Homestead. This constitution-based competition is a national staple in government education, and many students who did it at Woodside still help out with the current team.
The cabinet is a crazy idea I created a couple years ago of, I just don't have enough people to help with this program. And I was like, well, former students know it. They've been through it the most. My students have access to more resources, and they get to hear from people closer to their age about what they're going through.
Mr. Half explained that his cabinet members are outgoing, kind, and educated on the Constitution and modern news, such as Layla Kelly, one of his junior members.
I joined the cabinet because I was really passionate about We the People and I want to help the students who are going through it for the first time. I have been in their shoes, I have competed in this, and I know what the judges are expecting, so I know what questions to ask and how to push them to do better.
Not only is the cabinet giving insightful feedback to the middle school students, but are receiving experience and skills themselves.
I think there's a lot of different ways that my high school students can benefit from this program. I think hearing me ask questions when we're running the session gives them an idea of what might be asked at their high school We the People.
As you can see, these high school students are doing amazing work at Woodside and getting valuable experience to prepare for their competition this November. If you're interested in taking this class at the high school level during your junior or senior year, please contact Ms. Warfield or check the course description guide for more information. For HHS In Depth, I'm Emily Adams.
All right, thank you, Emily, for the report. Joining us now is HHS In Depth reporter Graham DeWitt. And Graham, in about 5 weeks, millions of Americans will be returning to the voting booths.
That's right, Sophia. Later this year, on November 8th, the midterm elections for the United States Congress will take place throughout the nation. Even though we will not have a presidential election this year, we will still have many important elections taking place in November. I had the chance to sit down with Mr. Cogdell and find out what kinds of elections we'll be having in November. Mr. Cogdell said that every seat in the United States House of Representatives will be up, as well as 1/3 of the seats in the Senate, and that here in Fort Wayne, we can vote for our representative as well as one of our senators. He also said there are many local positions open as well. Mr. Cogdell also explained the ways you can vote here in Indiana. He said that you can vote traditionally on Election Day, by mail if you won't be at your polling place then, or you can vote early after registration ends. Mr. Cogdell also stressed the importance of voting for the people in the upcoming generations. He explained that in addition to there being many issues that students should care about, everyone wants their voices to be heard, and that in order for that to happen, the younger people need to be voting in the elections. Students, if you are currently 18 years old or will be on or before Election Day, you are eligible and highly encouraged to vote. You can register to vote at the link shown below. The deadline to register is Tuesday, October 11th, so make sure to register by that time.
Thank you, Graham, for that important voting information.
Cool temperatures have started to roll in, and it's finally starting to feel like fall these past few weeks. Will it continue to get cooler into next week? Stay with us, and I'll be back later to let you know.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
Well, for one Homestead student, the idea of becoming a rock star isn't just a dream anymore.
HHS In Depth reporter Joel McChesney joins us now with the story about how Tony Gillespie, along with his older brothers, are turning their rock and roll dreams into reality.
Many students have hobbies outside of school that involve music. Homestead senior Tony Gillespie is the drummer for a thrash metal band called Damage that was started up just a few years ago. Tony and the rest of the band had an amazing opportunity to take their passion of performing on the road in their first ever tour. If you are interested in keeping up with Damage, you can find them on Instagram at @OfficialDamageBand and on Spotify simply by searching Damage. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Joel McChesney.
Thanks, Joel. Lost and found items are located on the tables near the discipline office on the 10-12 side of the building. All items that are not picked up will be donated at the end of the day today.
You don't have to be the world's greatest speller to be a part of the Homestead Spell Bowl team. Get out to their call-out meeting on Monday, October 10th after school in room 520 to learn more. Or email Mr. Colglazier at the email address shown here with any questions.
Travelers going to Japan. Your monthly meeting is on Monday, October 10th in the freshman seminar room at 6 p.m. There will be guest speakers from Japan to talk about your upcoming trip. Please check your email for the invitation and RSVP as soon as possible.
If you're still interested in going to Japan, they have 4 seats available. Check with Mrs. Bogdanowicz in room 208 or email her at the address shown here to get more information.
And in case you haven't heard yet, it was announced earlier this week that our very own Mr. Beer has made it to the top 3 for the Indiana State Teacher of the Year. Mr. Beer, who is an English teacher here at Homestead, said that all of the compliments and well wishes have been meaningful ever since this process started last spring.
Being top 3 has definitely been a huge honor. It's been a special time the last few weeks, the last few months really, when it started at Homestead last spring. Being recognized by my colleagues meant so much. Comments and encouragement that I've received from students, it's been the most special part of it all.
The state of Indiana is expected to announce the winner for Indiana Teacher of the Year next month. Be sure to wish Mr. Beer the best of luck if you see him between now and then.
And now here's HHS In Depth reporter Megan Kelly with a look at all the clubs taking place today and when we return from fall break.
Hello Homestead, here's this week's club roundup. Psychology Club will meet today in room 714, Mr. Decker's room. Young Americans for Freedom will not be meeting today after school. They will be back on Friday, October 14th after fall break. Students for Life meets on next Tuesday until 3:15 in Mr. Tucky's room 503. Interact Club will meet next Wednesday at 2:45 in the community room. Students for Choice meets on next Wednesday until 3:30 in room 611, Dr. Robinson's room. They'll be discussing their latest fundraiser. Rube Goldberg Club will have their call-out meeting next Thursday, October 13th, after school in room 209, Mr. Collinger's room. To get up-to-the-minute club updates and additional information, please check out the HHS announcement page on campus. For HHS In Depth, I'm Megan Kelly.
Thank you, Megan. Many Homestead students utilize the YMCA's amenities. However, a lot still don't know about how they can obtain a membership to also join themselves. I caught up with Jorgensen YMCA's administrative assistant to learn more about the YMCA and how you can become a member.
So a lot of people, when they hear the YMCA, they immediately think it's a gym, it's what we're known for, and by all means, we absolutely do. We have a fitness center, we have the gymnasium, we do a lot of sports, we also do a lot of community outreach programs. So recently we had a lot of members start saying, hey, we want to try doing a weightlifting, powerlifting club. All right, let's implement that. So unlike most gyms where they have their corporate side and they just do whatever, here at the Y, we pretty much put all that power into our members. What do they want? What do they need? How can we go ahead and give that to them?
The YMCA also provides many membership plans that are right for you and your needs.
So there's actually a few different ways students can get a membership. Obviously, there's your family plan. So if a student wants to join as well as their parents, they can come in, join their family. Another way they can do it is we have our regular student membership, which is $25 a month. You just have to be a full-time student. That's all the way up until the age of 25. So throughout high school, throughout college. A third option, which quite a few of our employees do, is if you work for the Y, you actually get a free membership as well. So that's another option.
Many students choose the Y over other alternatives because of their wide selection of things to do.
The main reason I go to the Y is to lift weights, get bigger, and I also go there for wrestling for when I'm in season so that I can be more in shape.
If you're looking to learn more about the Jorgensen YMCA and how you can acquire a membership there, visit the link below for more information.
Thanks, Bryce. Well, the final night of September is here, and the weather this week has already felt like October.
Morgan Gillette joins us now to let us know what we can expect tonight and for this weekend as we kick off our fall break.
Thanks, Sophia and Bryce. If you're planning on attending tonight's game against Carroll, you can expect clear skies with a chilly breeze. At kickoff, temperatures will be in the mid-60s, but as the end of the game approaches, the temperatures will drop to the lower 50s. Make sure to bring a sweatshirt with you can throw on as the temperature drops. Looking further ahead into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday are pretty similar with partly cloudy skies, with a high of 70 and lows ranging in the 40s. Our final day September weather is about as good as it can get, but what can we expect next week as we flip the calendar to October? Will the weather continue to drop? Or will this cool weather continue to linger a little bit longer? Stick around and I'll be back later to let you know.
Thanks, Morgan. Next, in Down to the Wire, Anthony Gary gets us caught up on all our Spartan sports news over the last week.
Stick around, you're watching HHS In Depth.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. I'm Anthony Gary. The postseason is here for more fall sports, and we've already seen some success. Last night, the boys tennis team won their 9th straight sectional and 40th in the last 44 years. Congratulations to our team, and good luck in regionals Monday. United Flag Football had their final regular season game Tuesday, beating New Haven. Their season record is now an incredible 8-2-1. The team will compete in sectionals later this weekend at Warsaw. Earlier this week, we had the sectional draw for both our boys and girls soccer teams. The boys got a bye in the first round and will play Columbia City in the semifinals. If they are able to beat Columbia City, they will most likely take on Warsaw or Northrop in the sectional championship. The girls team also got a bye and will play Wayne in the first round. If Homestead hangs on to win versus Wayne, they will most likely get a sectional rematch from last year versus Warsaw. Today and tomorrow, our very own girls golf team will compete in their 5th straight state championship coming off of regionals. If you haven't already, please wish the girls good luck at state. Interact Club will have face painting one last time this Friday for the football game. At the end of the game today, all money they have raised will go to the Big Brothers Big Sisters Foundation. That'll do it for this week's edition of Down to the Wire. Thank you for watching, and Morgan will have a final check of the weather when we come back.
On the next episode of HHS In Depth, reporter Mara Nicholson will bring you a story about Travel Club, a club that offers the opportunity to travel the world at a more affordable cost. Catch this story and more when we return from fall break.
Taking a look at this upcoming week, it looks very similar to the weekend's weather. The whole week consists of partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid to upper 60s and lows in the mid 40s. Looks like this weather is here to stay for at least another week. For those staying in town for fall break, make sure to enjoy the weather while it lasts. Sophia, Bryce, back to you.
All right, thank you, Morgan, and thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Want to catch up with HHS In Depth beyond this news show? Check out our Instagram for updates on future shows and nationwide news.
Have a great fall break, and we will see you again in 2 weeks.